What's your name?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, tomorrow. Where you see yourself on this sign?
Oh, I just learned Judah.
Judah. So guess what? Samuel right here is from the same tribe. My sister, what's your name again? Michelle is from the same tribe. So watch this. We read in Jeremiah 14:2 that Judah mourneth the gates thereof language. They are black. Let's go back for the sister one more time. Jeremiah 14:2. One more time for the sister so she could get caught up. My sister Tomorrow, Samuel, and Michelle, right?
She got to go. She got babies.
Okay, watch this. Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black.
They are black. What? In skin color, right? So now let's go back. Let's go back to Revelations. Drop Jeremiah, Revelations 1:14.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
What people on earth, Michelle and Tomorrow, have woolly hair? Black people. So his head and his hairs were white like wool, white in color. If this man would grow out his beard, you would see the white in his beard, right? So read.
As white as snow.
Read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eyes was as a flame of fire. We about to get the prophecy. Genesis chapter 49. Watch this. Because did he shoot out beams like Cyclops on the Avengers, on X-Men? No, we about to get the prophecy. Read.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine.
So that's why Christ's eyes was red with wine. He drunk in moderations. He was not a drunk. He drunk in moderations. Let's go back. So we just proven to y'all what? That the color of Christ is in the Bible. Right? Remember, we said Judah was black. Watch this. Read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire. And his feet.
I'm looking at your feet, Miss Michelle, is the color of the rest of your body, right? Okay, watch this.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
What color is brass? Brown. This, I like that. She said this color. Watch this. Let's see how dark that brass is. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
Miss Michelle, Tomorrow, y'all cook. I'm sure y'all do, right? Let's say you burn something. What color does it turn? Black. Right. What is this proving? That Christ is a black man. According to the Bible. Look like my brother right here, Samuel, right? But with a full beard. Let's keep reading.
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
Because when you examine this man, you look at this man, does that man look like he has the voice of many waters? You know what the voice of many waters sound like? Your James Earl Jones. Your what's his name? Morgan Freeman. Those distinct and powerful voices. Real quick, let me get that in Psalms 29:10. Because we skip over this, but right? When would you be more afraid of that man right there or that man? To y'all far left. When he speak, you will be afraid of him? Which one? That one over there. That he looks like the sound of many waters, right? Think about it. Have you ever what white actor do you know that you know what? He got a very powerful voice. Name one. See there? Let's read that. Read. I think that's what I want.
Martin Luther King.
No. Let's get it. So watch this. Give me that in Hebrews 7. So what do we prove? That color is in the Bible. Judah is black. The rest of the tribes are black, just different shades of colors. Like we looking at these y'all right here, right? You're a darker complexion. You're a little lighter complexion. You're more of a lighter complexion. But guess what? We are shades of brown, right? But watch this. Remember, Judah is black. Christ is black. Let's see what tribe Christ come from. Read.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 7 and verse 14. For it is evident.
When something is evident, it's like it's clear as day, right? Read.
That our Lord sprang out of Judah.
What tribe Christ come from?
Judah.
The tribe of Judah. So if Christ was walking around today, what color would he be? Black. So what would he be considered as? A black man. A Negro, an African American, right? So what are we showing y'all? That we have been lied to. For example, I got my brothers and sisters up here, right? What's your name, sis? Cherie, how you doing? You see where you at on this sign? So we got Cherie, Tomorrow, Samuel, and Michelle, Miss Michelle, right? Where you see yourself on this sign? What God called us is on the left. What the world calls us is on the right. Where you see yourself?
Me, I'm sitting here listening to some good music and good religion.
Okay, I got the trouble.
Because you are right.
Tribe of Judah, you are who your father is. So if your father is a so-called African American, a black man, you would be from the same tribe.
But I need to learn.
Go ahead.
I've been lied, like you said, I've been lied to.
As a person, I don't like the word black.
Right, right. Because give me that in Deuteronomy 28:37. Reason being is because we have been captives and enslaved. The first thing you do when you get a dog is what? What's the first thing you do?
I feed them.
Before you feed them, before you train them,
Train them up.
before you train them, what do you do?
Break them.
Before you break them, what's the first thing you do when you get a puppy?
Love them. Grab them.
No.
Give them a name.
You what?
Grab them.
Nope, give them a name. That's the first thing. So they took Judah away from us and gave us African American, black. But watch this. What we don't realize is it's a part of the curses on this 12 tribes of Israel. We gonna show y'all real quick. Start at verse 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Because I agree with you, sis. I don't like African American neither. When I fill out a job application, I don't like black neither. I want to be called by my God-given name, which is Judah. I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Y'all all are Israelites from one of these tribes, which y'all say the tribe of Judah, right? So watch this. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
So we about to read what happened to the tribe of Judah and the rest of the tribes. Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So here's one of the curses was what my sister brought out. She said she didn't like. Jump down to verse 37. Read.
Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
You know what an astonishment is today? Our young men in tight jeans sagging their pants. They literally go to the store, buy jeans that they can't fit. That is 2 sizes too small. And they put it on. That's an astonishment. An astonishment is our sisters walking around here half naked. That's an astonishment.
Right.
Read.
And thou shalt become an astonishment. A proverb.
A proverb is, I know my brother Samuel could attest to this. If you want to hide anything from a Negro, you what?
Put it in the book.
Huh?
Put it in the book.
Put it in the book. If you want to, y'all never heard that growing up? If you want to hide anything from a Negro, put it in the book. Black people love fried chicken. Black people love watermelon. Black males, black men are no good fathers. Black women are just thoughts, deadbeats. You see what I'm saying? That's Proverbs. We don't hear that?
Yeah.
We don't hear that amongst our communities?
Yeah, but the word
black
black,
fathers,
you
I
take
know
you get
that.
lack. So you're lacking. You automatically will lack.
Right.
You know?
Right, we about to get to that point. Watch, read this.
And a byword.
That's the byword. Being called African American, black, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Simeon, Cuban, Mexican, Indian. Our last names, Carter, Jones, Robinson, Dickerson, Smith, Green, black, brown, white, all these colors. Blue. What do our names mean? That's a byword. That's a byword. They stripped us from our heritage. They stripped us from our names. They stripped us from our customs. And they gave us religion. They gave us this man, and this man came with these doctrines, these teachings. So now, guess what? Tomorrow, Sunday, we celebrate Mother's Day. We celebrate Mother's Day, but I challenge any one of y'all to ask your pastors, where's Mother's Day in the Bible? Where's Mother's Day in the Bible? Where is it? But guess what? It was prophesied that we would serve these gods. Jump down to verse 64. It's a curse on our people that we would go off. It's a curse on our people that our men will be docile not to lead. It will be a curse on our women to rise up and be glorified and rule over the man. It's a curse. It happened. But what are we proving? That this Bible is a real book. And not only that, it's yours. It's not everybody's. He said the Lord our God. He's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He ain't the God of everybody. So watch this. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
So whether we came over here on to America, Europe, Russia, Spain, we will be scattered among all nations, right? Read.
From the one end of the earth even unto the other.
Come on.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
What shall we do when we get off those slave ships?
Thou shalt serve other gods.
Mother's Day is another God.
Right.
Birthdays is another God.
Right.
Father's Day, another God.
Right.
Easter, another God.
Right.
Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's,
Right.
another God.
Right.
Y'all understand that? That's what the Bible just said. Read it again.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods,
Here are the two gods, the two main gods that our people serve. Read.
which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
The wood represents Christianity.
Right.
The cross, right? We get it tatted on us. We get the chains and all that. We get the roseberries and all that. The cross tatted on our necks, put on our windshields in our car. The stone is what? Islam. The copper stone, the rock.
Right.
And under those two traditions, guess what? That's the main traditions our people serve. They think Islam is the black man's religion, and they think Christianity is the religion that we're supposed to follow. But the Bible says it will be a curse. Read verse 45.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 45. Moreover, all these curses
All these curses, read,
shall come upon thee,
upon thee. Who is the thee? The 12 tribes of Israel. Read.
and shall pursue thee.
We cannot outrun the curses. Oprah Winfrey cannot outrun the curses.
Right.
Will Smith, in his glory and in his status of the world, he's still under the curses.
Right.
Y'all see what he going through?
Right.
He's Oprah Winfrey under the curses.
Right.
Denzel Washington under the curses. Tyler Perry definitely under the curses.
Right.
No matter what you do, what status you got in this world, you cannot rise above your people.
Right.
And if you look at your people, we in the lower state as a nation of people. Read.
That's right.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee,
And it's going to overtake us. Just look at our communities. It has overtaken us. Read.
till thou be destroyed.
Be destroyed, because before y'all came up in here, y'all thought y'all was African American. That's how we destroyed. We think Mother's Day is honoring our mother, when the Bible says honor your father and your mother every day.
Right.
There's a scripture that say honor your father and mother, not only in word, but in deed. How it is, you could go shoot up everybody, sell dope to each other, and then come on Sunday, Happy Mother's Day. I love you. But yeah, you destroying our people. Read.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So all these curses will come upon us because we did not listen to our God. Read.
To keep his commandments
That's the point. Not keep his religions, keep his commandments. Read.
and his statutes, which he commanded thee.
So jump to verse 68. Because remember, he said we will be scattered amongst all people. So let me ask you, Miss Michelle, how was we scattered amongst all people? How? What means of transportation? Oh, come on, brother. Let the sister answer, brother. How you doing, my sister? What's your name?
I apologize.
I'm Miss Blackwell.
How you doing, Miss Black?
Miss Blackwell.
Miss Blackwell. How you doing, Miss Blackwell?
Fine.
Right now, we going over the curses of our people. This Bible has left us marks, signs, and wonders to show us in these last days who are we according to this Bible. So when you examine this chart right here, look at yourself and see if you see yourself on this sign, which I'm sure you do. So here's one of the curses, right? So this man right here said what? We came over here on slave ships. Let's see if that's in the Bible. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt. Anybody know the history on the Israelites in Egypt? Nobody? So let's get Exodus 20. Let's get Exodus 20. Remember, this is Moses speaking to the Israelites, right? Moses, when he said, let my people go. We remember that? Anybody remember the Charles Heston movie, 10 Commandments? Nobody remembers that? Okay, so basically, the Lord chose Moses to go get his people out of Egypt. Why? Because we were serving hard bondage. We were slaves in Egypt, right? So watch this. Remember, he said the Lord shall bring you back into Egypt. But watch this. Let's get the definition of Egypt. Read.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Out of the land of Egypt.
Out of the house of bondage.
The Lord said Egypt is synonymous for bondage. Remember when y'all grew up, Samuel, Miss Michelle, right? Miss Black, well, right? When your father said go get a switch off that tree, what that meant? You getting the whipping. So a switch or a belt today is what? Equivalent to a whipping. So Egypt, when we came up out of there, was equivalent to what? Slavery. Right. Slavery, bondage, right? So let's go back. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
But this time, how are we going into slavery? Read.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
This is the Bible that we're reading. Right. This would happen in real life as y'all looking at it. What a sign that. What a sign that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What a sign that. Thank you. Read that again. Read that again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So this time, because remember, we walked out of Egypt when Moses parted the Red Sea. So what he's saying is, if we don't listen to the Lord our God, we will go back into slavery on slave ships. When did that happen? 1492 with the so-called Hispanics. That's where you get Ephraim on down, and it happened to us in 1619. It happened to us, the blacks, the West Indies, and the Haitians in 1619. That happened. That's facts. And the Bible backs that up. Why? Because we are the people of the book. Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Moses saying, you going into slavery exactly like I'm telling you. You going on ships. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
The it is our homeland. Miss Michelle, listen. The it is the homeland. What is our homeland? Jerusalem. Where is it? Northeast Africa. That's our homeland. We say, oh yeah, we from Africa. Which part? Which tribe? Where you at? Which region? We come from Jerusalem when you read Galatians 4, right? Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again. And there,
once you get off those slave ships, wherever we was dropped off at, read.
And there ye shall be sold.
Ye shall be sold. Look at the pictures.
Unto your enemies.
Unto your who?
Your enemies.
The same enemies that gave you the white image of Christ. The same enemies that gave you religion. The same enemies that say, pick up yourself by your bootstraps. Right? The same enemy that fight, you'll be the first fire, the last hire. The same enemy that puts drugs in our community, that puts weapons in our community. Right. The same enemy. And where you going, Miss Michelle?
I shall return.
Okay, all right. Check out that flyer, Miss Michelle, all right? So listen, that same enemy. Read that part again.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen,
for slave men,
and bondwomen,
and slave women.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man shall redeem us. Because why? Martin Luther King tried, he failed. Malcolm X tried, he failed. Black Panthers tried, they failed. There's only one redeemer, and that's Christ, the Black Messiah. But before we get redeemed, it's something we got to do as a nation of people. Y'all understand that? So watch this. Let me ask y'all a question, right? With hearing all that, right? How do we love the Lord? Let me ask you that. Because if we came over here, let me ask you first. Why did we come over here? Why are the curses upon us?
I mean, if you keep speaking something to the distance, I mean, you know how they say there's nothing new under the sun only because you repeat the same things. You have to only speak the good news of God.
Right.
The goodness things. We're constantly saying that we're under a curse.
Right.
We should start saying we're not under a curse.
Okay.
Start reversing the word. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like even song, when y'all hear songs, people be like, nobody wants
to. Give me that in Luke 4.
God wants us to be good. Like, we gotta start speaking these same words, these same things they're giving. We cannot keep speaking because that's what they want. They want us to keep speaking. Because when we keep speaking and put it, it's like a wave.
Right.
Speaking it into the earth, and the wave goes up to the earth, and it comes back. So repeating the same thing. You want to repeat the same thing. You saying we're under curse. We're not under curse.
Right, so watch this. First of all, give me that in Baruch 3. Give me that in Baruch 3. Because you say, my sister, we not under a curse, right? So watch this, right? Your last name, is it of Israel or is it of your slave master?
I don't know. It's both. Like goat. Like goat. Like pig.
That's your last name?
Yeah, both.
So what does that mean?
I think it means like goat.
Okay. So when you read the Bible, it says we will become a Bible. We read that in 37. We are still under slavery today. We are still in captivity today. We're going to prove it. Baruch 3.
The book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day.
We are yet this day
in our captivity.
Because here's the thing. We came over here where? How? On slave ships, right? So if we came over here in America on slave ships, doesn't that mean we still in the hand of our enemies?
Right.
Doesn't that mean we still in the land of our enemies?
Right.
So how are we not captive this day? Look at our communities. Real quick, give me that in Isaiah 42:21 or 42:22. Finish that. Go ahead. Go back to Baruch and finish that. It says we are yet this day in our captivity. Watch, read.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us.
Where thou hast scattered us, how? By slave ships. The thou is the Lord. Read.
For a reproach.
For a reproach, because the other nations look at the black men as the scum of the earth. Our black women look at the black men as the scum of the earth. It's a reproach. Our women, all they know is Section 8, welfare, food stamps, child support. That's a reproach till this day. Am I lying? Read.
For a reproach and a curse.
And they what?
A curse.
We are yet this day under the curses. Read.
And to be subject.
And to be what?
Subject to payments.
Rent, car note, nursery, what else? Huh? Taxes. We are yet this day still subject to payments. So, my sister, we still under the curses.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.